How do you possess what God has given you? Number one, by faith. Number two, through searching and exploring it. Number three, and this is where we're going to end, by partnering together with God and allowing Him the ability to influence the outcomes of your life. Caleb knew he was able to overcome it because he knew that God was able to overcome it. He remembered the victories that just took place. He remembered that God brought them from slavery and bondage and set them free so that they can walk out and have what God's called them to have. They witnessed miracle after miracle. They saw that person that was dying get healed and raised up. And he reminded them, guys, don't you remember what God did for us? And I'm reminding you today, remember what God did for you. Remember what God did for His children. And He'll do it again for you. Include Him in the equation. Seek Him. Be with Him. Listen to Him. Open the door to allow Him the access into all areas of your life. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. Let's read this. And I want you to see this illustration. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20 says this. I want you to see it with your eyes. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. It says, now unto Him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that you ask or think, according to the power that works within you. Now listen to this. In life, you ask at a certain level. There's certain things you may want, and you'll ask at a certain level. So let's just say that that level of asking is that level of the floor. That's where your asking level is. Where your thinking level is usually a little bit more than what your asking level is. Many times you're thinking a little bit more than what you ask. Sometimes you get in a situation and you're thinking about it, and you're like, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that, I'm going to ask this, and you ask just a little bit shy of what you were thinking. But then you say, well, I'm going to start thinking a little bit bigger, right? So now your thinking level, let's just say, is at this platform right here. So what you ask is there, what you think is here. Let's just say the ceiling is above that, right? So your ceiling is above all you ask and think. And let's just say now the sky is abundantly above all you ask and think. God is able to not only do what you ask or think, He's able not only to do above what you ask or think, He's not only able to do abundantly above all you ask or think. God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all you ask or think. I want you to see that, because what you think and what you ask, you may say sometimes, well, how can God do that? I'm here to tell you, He can do it all and more. And when you think that that more was all He could do, He'll do even more. And after you get past that even more, He'll go even more to do more of what you thought He couldn't do. He'll continue to bless beyond exceeding abundantly above all you ask or think. Amen? God is faithful. Stand on your feet with me.